Good morning, guys. We've got some low-hanging clouds in Springfield. Still a little bit warm and sticky at 68 degrees, but we do have north and northwest winds. That means our cold front has come through Springfield, and we'll feel that cooler air soon. We do have some showers, though, up to the north and west. Some light rain for the most part from Nevada to Clinton, Camdenton, Lake of the Ozarks. You'll want to grab umbrellas this morning. You'll need the windshield wipers. Areas south and east of the interstate will stay dry. Cooler air on its way in. It is 14 degrees cooler in Clinton this morning, where it is 57 degrees, 68 right now in Springfield and in Branson. By dismissal, these temperatures are going to cool and fall off to about 70 degrees in Springfield with a mix of sun and clouds. We'll lose the rain, I think, by about noon, and then we'll have temperatures probably get stuck in the 60s up to the north and west, but more clouds and that cooler air around 80 to the south, 70 degrees in Springfield. We're all in the low to middle 50s tonight, cool and crisp. A beautiful October day tomorrow. Temperatures in the low to middle 70s with mostly sunny skies. It should be an October beauty for Friday. We'll have warmer temperatures in the lower 80s on Saturday with some showers and storms arriving late in the afternoon and evening. We keep a couple of storms around on Sunday, and then the fall temperatures come back in a big way. Some lower 70s in the afternoon Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we could have some overnight lows starting out in the upper 40s by early next week. Joe, Lauren.
New for you this morning, a Nixa teen who has been missing since Saturday morning is now safe. 14-year-old Ben Dixon turned himself in last night after authorities asked for the public's help in finding him.
Also for you today, Stone County Sheriff's deputies are searching for a man suspected of stealing a truck out of the Springfield area Sunday night. The driver is identified as Danny Reffett. He abandoned the truck and ran into the woods. Police were unable to locate him. Authorities say he has 3 felony warrants out for his arrest with a $25,000 bond. You're asked to call the Stone County Sheriff's Office if you have knowledge about this. That number is 357-6116.
A former Branson student is scheduled to be back in court today. You might remember William Nelson is charged with first-degree terrorist threat. According to court documents, Nelson sent several threatening messages over Snapchat in 2018. Those threats were directed toward Branson High School. A student who saw the messages recorded them and sent them to police. Nelson has pleaded not guilty to that charge.
And we continue to keep crime in focus for you. The Clever Police Department is warning people to be on the lookout for fake cash coming from an incident at the middle school there. One of the students got the money from a sibling who's at Clever High. That student purchased them on Wish.com to be used in a music video. Officer Cannon Bolden said that the issue with these bills is that they feel like wax paper, have an inconsistent watermark, irregular borders, as well as Chinese symbols on the back, and still more could be out there.
We just wanted them to be aware that there is those bills circulating around Clever to make sure that they're checking each individual bill that they get. It's not very common that we see counterfeit bills in $100 increments. They're usually lower denominations because $100 bills do typically get checked. So we don't think that there was any malintent in this interaction. So we just want to make sure that all the businesses know to check every single one of them that comes through.
Also in Washburn, Missouri, police are noticing a new method of counterfeiting. As Lieutenant Randy Calbaugh says, the newest incident involved the method where $1 bills are being washed and reprinted as 20s. This happened at People's Community Bank in Seligman. Ways to identify if you have an authentic bill is to look for the magnetic strip. Now, $1 bills don't have those. $20 bills will. If you suspect that your bills are fake, you can take them to the bank or just go to some links and punch in the serial numbers there. Those links are newmoney.gov and secretservice.gov to tell the authenticity.
In today's medical coverage, there is a critical call for blood donors in the Ozarks. Community Blood Center of the Ozarks says it has an urgent need for type O blood, which is one of the most common. Leaders say there's less than a one-day supply on hand to meet the needs at 40 area hospitals. CBCO tries to have a 3-day supply of all blood types for potential emergencies. Chris Pilgrim from CBCO says about 38% of the population has O-positive blood, and a shortage of this type is unusual. There are 4 CBCO donor centers across the Ozarks.
To a follow-up story now for you that we reported on over a year ago, that floating wetlands were being put in Sequeota Lake to help with the algae growth problem. There have been some changes to the pilot program recently, and the algae feeds on several different sources, including water runoff, lawn fertilizer, and animal waste. Environmental Services takes samples every 2 weeks to measure the nutrient content around the wetlands and further away. But Carrie Lamb from Environmental Services Springfield says weather plays a role in this as well.
In addition to excess nutrients, the other ingredients in the recipe for algae is sunlight and heat. And so, when you get that perfect recipe, you're going to see a lot of algae out there.
The wetlands have been recently updated with reinforced structure on the side to keep waterfowl out, and she also says they hope to add more in the future.
If you've seen some more monarch butterflies lately, there's a reason for it. The insects are migrating south for the winter.
The butterfly migrates right through Missouri on that trek. So Hannah Zettel joins us this morning to detail those travel plans.
It's known as one of nature's most fascinating natural events when all monarch butterflies east of the Rocky Mountains flutter their way to Mexico for the winter. Monarchs are known for their beautiful orange and black coloring and the important job they serve as pollinators. They begin to pass through Missouri in early October, flying in groups and within our eyesight. The monarch butterfly lifespan is only a year long, but without fail, the species know exactly where to go when the temperatures drop. There are several theories as to how they find this communal spot, some involving magnetic fields, but none have been proven. Despite the journey of a lifetime, the monarch population is declining, according to the Department of Conservation.
The monarch population is in trouble, and it's due to a lack of milkweed plants. Herbicide use, habitat changes, landscape use changes, all that has knocked back milkweed. And because of that, since milkweed is the primary food source for the monarch caterpillars, this has also knocked back the monarch populations.
Now, experts say the monarch's population has decreased by almost 90% due to the lack of their main food supply. The good news is it's not too late, and you can help revive the butterflies by planting milkweed in flower beds and fields.
All right, Hannah Zettel reporting this morning. Thank you for that. Now, here's a look at what's coming up for you on CBS This Morning.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King. Coming right up, the British band Keane returns with their first album in many years. How hard times brought the band back together, and now they're talking to Anthony. That's coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, we do need to draw a movie winner, but before we do that, we want to let you know a few big things happening on the internet.
Yeah, and, this time of year, sports are always a big trend.
Yeah.
I like talking about that, too, right?
It is a good time of year for that.
It is. We'll get into that. The Blues are one of the trends right now, unfortunately, for losing after going up 2-0 on Washington in the season opener within, the first 10 minutes.
Yikes.
Go up 2-0. They raised the championship banner. They raised the Stanley Cup. All that stuff one last time.
Listen, let's remind everybody, didn't the Blues start out with the worst starting record ever? And then
in January.
Yeah. And then they got the Stanley Cup. So
they'll find a new song this year and make their own luck.
They talk about this, that, they raise the cup before the game, and then it kind of goes in the case. No players get to mess with it or anything anymore. We get to mess with it, though, because the cup is here a week from today.
That's right.
And Lucy is excited about that. He keeps tweeting countdowns every day.
He's not the only one excited.
10 days, 9 days.
I know, it'll be great. So a week from today, it's taking a little tour around Springfield. So just a heads up and a reminder for you on that one.
All right. We also want to let you know a story that CBS This Morning is following that you can find immediately after Daybreak, which is a story from Mississippi, a U.S. military training facility. There was an accident there last night with some soldiers, paratroopers who were injured. Now, we can tell you that none of the injuries appear to be life-threatening right now. It was wind that shifted that caused this accident.
Okay, around 80 soldiers parachuting into a wooded area there, so the wind blew them away from the intended drop zones there into a group of pine trees. But again, no life-threatening injuries suffered from that, despite a large amount of people involved.
Yeah. And we know you're all waiting for this.
There we go. And the winner just popped out of the popcorn bucket.
Excuse me.
No
Pardon
problem.
me.
Just that pop can. She's got it, no problem.
I was going to let Elisa draw, too, because she's the one forecasting for rain, good movie weather, but it's just not meant to be. Carla Davidson, congratulations to you. Comedy is her favorite genre.
Me too.
Ooh. Favorite movie, Bringing Up Baby. Have you seen that one?
I have
I
not
don't
seen
know
that
that
one.
one.
But thank you for those suggestions.
Sounds like a good recommendation.
All right, enjoy that, and let's enjoy the weather today, huh?
Fall comes back, starting out with some showers this morning. Temperatures hold pretty steady-ish this afternoon. 70 degrees with a couple of clouds by dismissal. Gorgeous tomorrow, 75 with sunshine. Some storms this weekend.
All right, everyone, keep a lookout for that. Thank you so much for starting off your Thursday morning with us. We'll see you back here soon.